Did it hurt like hell falling through the clouds to be free? The fact that Sin's little gift just shook his head no. What's going on, everyone? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Majorlytics, twitch.tv/Majorlytics, and it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. It is August 6th, 2026. And of course, I am joined this week and every week by Kevin Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
What's good, everybody?
Everyone says, oh, I was going to say Sin is back in his old place, but it's a GIF.
It is ruined. That it is.
Gotcha.
Do you know something? Let's just go ahead and poll the chat real quick. Do I need to remake that exact same moment, but at the place that I'm currently in for, like for the fans?
I was going to buy a fan when I was in Orlando, but because I could not open it like Sin could, or like Sin can, I decided not to. Speaking of Sin, the Sunflower Sovereign, repeating the same 10 seconds over and over again. Sinziak's in the building.
Sinziak is in the building because time is a flat circle, and this reaction is appropriate for damn near every article we have today.
I mean, isn't it appropriate for every show we damn near have all the time?
Pretty much.
No, every now and then I hear something nice.
Let me know when you hear that. Because I never feel it. However, it is good to be back doing a regular show once again. This week, what the fuck was Google thinking with Google Earth? Just what the fuck and whoa. I'm sorry, I'm looking through here because I did not memorize much of this. It's gonna take SpaceXAI how long to remove those gas turbines? And guess who's eating good while we are spending exorbitant amounts of money on their tech? All that and much, much more on this week's episode of Tech Talk Thursday, starting with courtesy of Engadget. Google rolls back the needless AI generation tools it added to Google Earth.
Sorry, rolls back what?
The needless AI generation tools it added to Google Earth. Because why?
We had if we had sound design in here. If we had sound design in here, I feel like someone would just clip in a Cardi B moment of saying, what was the reason?
Yes.
What was the reason? Google is rolling back nano banana image generation. Why the fuck did they name this shit this? Nano Banana image generation inside of Google Earth less than a day after announcing integration on July 30th. Quote, we know that people uniquely trust Google Earth for a reliable view of the world. We've seen geospatial professionals using this feature for a range of useful purposes. However, we've also seen people sharing screenshots of generated imagery that appear to violate our policies. Yeah, dog. Like, what?
Yep. Like, gee, we should put AI tools in a map app. What could go wrong?
Let me see if I can pull this up because I initially had the 404 Media article showing this GIF here of a block somewhere. I don't know where this block is. Looks like I'm gonna say it's California. Where it's like, yeah, you could just generate like what looks like a missile hit.
That's crazy. Ooh.
Because why? Like why?
Why?
Like when I saw this come through on 404 Media, I was like, "There's no way, no, 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 this ain't, this can't be, no, Okay. Quote, we take misinformation seriously. Every image created with Nano Banana in Google Earth includes the Synth ID digital watermark. So if someone is unsure about an image, they can ask the Gemini app or use Lens in search to see if the image was AI generated. In addition, we prevent image creation on harmful topics and are continuously updating our protections. Because one, yeah, somebody already did that shit, and what protections? Two, how many people know that, one, this was generated on Google Earth, know that these tools exist to verify if an image was generated using your tools, to even use the tools you created to see the watermark. However, Cox later point, and this is where Joseph Cox. I believe this is the author from the 404 Media article. However, as Cox later pointed out on Blue Sky, Google's statement that it includes a watermark that can identify the Nano Banana images as AI generated is completely brain dead as to how misinformation works. Which I'm going to say, this article says right here, what I just said. Think about it. How often have you stopped to verify an image you've seen online? For being generous, you can argue people have become more critical of the images they see online, but it was also only a few years ago the entire internet was sharing generated AI images of baby peacocks thinking they were real.
Yep.
Wait, what? What is a baby peacock actually? Oh my, that just looks horrible.
Yep. People just see it and just be like, you know what? That's what that looks about right.
But see now, okay, I was gonna say, but what does a baby peacock look like? But it look, I assume this is it.
Yeah,
it's a pea chick. Merge. What if I told you that they had professionals using it in real, very productive ways? See, it's shit like this where it's like, I don't know, maybe if you charged an exorbitant amount of, like, if you actually made the tools prohibitive to be used by the general public in some way, we could have possibly curtailed some of these issues. You didn't force it into everything. We could have curtailed some of these issues.
Yeah. I've been a good idea. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, most of the things I think would have been the biggest ways to curtail this issue are things that no longer exist in a modern time. So, for example, the idea that tools are specialized and that only people who know how to use those specialized tools should be the ones to use them.
Hello.
We have social media to thank for that one.
Yeah, so merch they did go into into detail as to what people were using it for. First and foremost, this is being marketed as a way for users to visualize the past. Google says teachers can prompt the tool to create a hyper-realistic view of what Pompeii ruins looked like in 78 AD. The company says the algorithm will instantly transform the modern-day ruins into a bustling, colorful street scene from the Roman Empire. I guess this is what this is.
Yeah. But I would have been like, definitely put a lot of guardrails on this, like heavy guardrails.
Similarly, Google crows that this tool can be used to visualize building projects before breaking ground. Because there aren't people who do this already.
Yep.
If you are building something that needs Google Earth to view it, you got the fucking money to hire somebody.
And there's also like CAD tools. CAD exists.
Along with the people who know how to use the shit.
You know, like CAD Disk, Corel Draw.
Like, I'm sorry, me as a whole me does not have the capital to build anything that will require Google Earth to visualize it.
No.
So why the fuck would I need this tool?
You said what in the cinnamon toast fuck?
Like what? I'd be like, what in the?
What incarnation?
What in the red hell, the white damn, and the blue fuck is a? Absolutely not.
There's one final piece here. The tool can create custom infographics based on Google Earth locations. Google uses the Statue of Liberty as an example. Because this doesn't exist anywhere else? Like nobody's just made this. You can't just go look this up.
I feel like somebody with a graphic design degree could be able to put this together. I don't understand.
I just feel like, you know, like deep in my heart that could have happened.
Deep in my heart.
This is like the State Department putting out an infographic with wholly inaccurate information?
Yeah.
You mean another one?
The recent one.
Which is why, because it's like, aren't you the State Department? Should you have, you know? Shouldn't you just have this in the books? I feel like somebody would have wrote this down. Like, hello.
This is where you just go, it's just DJ Khaled out here. Another one.
It's like,
there it is. The State Department presented an airfield map of Africa.
Oh yeah, I remember it. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Okay, hold on for a moment. So what was the error? Were the rains not blessed?
The rains were just in a different region than where it should have been. See, now that I know what I'm looking for, I'm gonna actually see if I can find a better article. I do not really care for MSN, excuse me. Also, I wish these images were bigger. Like Nigeria. Whatever this is. Because it doesn't point to anything. I'm assuming that's Cameroon. Because it's the only country that doesn't have a line attached.
Wait, is that okay? So
The Ivory Coast is over here.
Yeah. Hold on. I think that was sweet. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild, Chief. That's wild.
Oh, you mean like the Gulf of America? Is that what we're gonna have to deal with now?
It's kind of wild because they were like, I don't remember my geography, but I don't believe Cameroon was supposed to go there.
Like Cameroon
I feel like
is on the west, or is on the west coast of Africa.
yeah.
Well, technically it is here too, allegedly, but not up on this little shelf here.
Yeah, because real talk,
That's where the Ivory Coast is.
We're getting Cameroon is getting real close to where like Zimbabwe is. Like
Nigeria is technically Niger, maybe?
Yeah, Nigeria. Yeah, Nigeria is where I believe Niger is. Yeah.
I feel like I could have gotten a more accurate map from Jumanji.
But look at me actually struggling to find Nigeria on this map, though.
Nigeria is under Niger.
Oh, it is under Niger. Okay, that's why I was missing, because I was like, it can't be anywhere near Niger, right? But it definitely is.
I'd be like,
No, it's like
I was like, now to be fair, I think they did get Ivory Coast right.
No.
Somewhat.
No. Ivory Coast. I swear I just seen it somewhere.
Oh wait, no,
Ivory Coast is on the western part of the country.
I'm trying to give them some form of a chance, but I'm like, yeah, you're right. They are utterly out of depth.
it's
Where
the way that you're just
Cameroon,
like,
where
listen,
Cameroon is allegedly at.
But no, Cameroon is where Zimbabwe is.
who's
Wait.
Bob?
And why does he know the way?
No, Zimbabwe. No, that's Malawi. I'm assuming Cameroon is the one that doesn't have that has that line that isn't really attached to anything.
That's why it's so confusing. to me,
Right, like even just the diagram is just bad.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Malawi is where Zimbabwe is, which that's not even where it's supposed to be.
Ivory Coast is where Cameroon is.
And it's not even on the coast. And it's not even on the coast.
Real quick.
Yes.
Dear everyone globally, if you wanted to know whether it is possible for Americans to understand the concept of geography and where things are, once again, the melanin demands that we know a handful of things.
Yeah.
And we're trying to demonstrate that to you in real time. So, you know.
Uganda is almost right, but the shape is wrong.
Yeah.
Mozambique is too far north. And its shape is wrong.
Because I'm also seeing like the colors. They're like supposed to be like colors.
Oh, not even the colors don't even fucking.
Because that's what I'm like. The part of like that's what I'm like.
Yeah, I can see where you thought that Cameroon was.
Yeah, like I say, to TLDR, this map is horrible.
It's just the worst.
This map is terrible. Like, it's utterly bad. And I'm like, we could probably go to a middle school. We could probably go to a middle school library and find more accurate maps than whatever the safe.
Again, this World Atlas map that I found seems like it would be from the middle school library.
Yeah,
because it's in Comic Sans.
Yeah, it's like you were the State Department. You were supposed to know this information, and yet you don't.
Like, y'all just ain't got a map? Like, Wikipedia is fucking free, dog. What are we doing? World Atlas was free.
That's the one thing. The one thing that always cracked me up when I was coming up in the game after like leaving high school and going into college. I remember up and down they were like, "Look, Wikipedia is not the accuracy of Wikipedia is not." You can't be citing articles out of Wikipedia because you can't tell the accuracy of Wikipedia. Now you can tell. Now Wikipedia itself is more accurate than some sources.
So I'm just going to say that I feel like my version of Wikipedia is a little bit more accurate than Wikipedia now.
Yeah.
Because I have mine frozen in time, so nobody's just going to do an erroneous edit on me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did the Wikipedia, you did the wiki download.
I sure did. Shout out to the union. We union strong. So look, my Wikipedia is right here, baby.
Mm-hmm. Got the whole. It's like I keep a Wikipedia. It's like the Phantom Zone. I keep the Wikipedia on my.
That's right. I just look up South Africa and I got it on my server, baby. What's up?
Mm-hmm. I keep that Wikipedia on me, Chief.
I don't fuck around.
So you can stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
You heard? So again, Merch, this is what we could use the AI generation on Google Earth for. It's this. Whatever this shit is.
Gross.
But in more AI news, actually some good news. And from an geez. You know what? No, I'm gonna keep the accent because it's kind of and from an unlikely source. That was horrible. Now that I tried. But yes, while you tune in the status while I'm playing game, Texas, of all places, is halting data center connections to its power grid.
Oh, no, wait. You can't just say it like that. Tell the people why.
Oh, I'm going to. Because it's not just for altruism. Like, oh, you know what? The data centers are killing the planet. No, Texas's electrical grid is shit because it's unregulated. A snowflake could knock it down. It could send their senators traveling to Cancun.
I was going to say it could knock down their data, it could knock down their power grid, but it won't stop the senators from taking a vacation. Amen.
So yeah, Texas was really about to find out real quick how their very, very unregulated power grid was going to handle all this capacity, which, spoiler alert, it won't.
It won't.
It won't. This is from Ars Technica. Nowhere is the U.S. data center boom bigger than in Texas, but less than a year after declaring Texas the quote-unquote epicenter of AI development.
Which is funny to me.
Governor Greg Abbott has declared a moratorium on all new power grid connections for data centers, at least until developers provide more information about their project's potential impacts on the grid and communities. See, Greg, one thing I need you to understand about data centers, especially like the ones you think you hear about, like the one in Memphis, South Memphis, where they run off of like gas generators. You got to convert that gas into something. Yep. And you got to move the thing you convert it to the data center. And if your power grid, the thing you would use to move the energy from one place to the other, is all higgledy-piggledy, it's gonna fall down like a house of cards.
Yep.
Now we know you can't handle snow. I doubt y'all can handle the AI you think you can.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Texas? I don't believe that. I'm like, anything. That thing can be powered by hopes and dreams and run on closed loop systems that, you know, but that run on windshield wiper fluid. But I can tell you right now, that thing got to go somewhere. That thing got to go somewhere.
In more AI data center news, SpaceXAI says that, look, you give them a year, they'll take down the gas turbines that are in Mississippi.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Yeah. When were we supposed to be on Mars? When were we supposed to have a colony on Mars?
Here's what I'm going to say. Some people wanted that. I'm glad that we don't.
That's not the question I asked, though. I said, when were we supposed to have it?
Wait, no, we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to be colonizing shit. What do you mean? Were we supposed to? No, we're not.
When did he say we were supposed to have a colony on Mars?
Was this before or after? Was this before or after he decided to fire the disabled person that he had paperwork for?
This was before. This was before all of that.
Would be on Mars. Okay.
The first time.
Okay, so they say, according to whatever Gemini says. Oh, he updated it. He said,
I want to know the first time. The first time.
Okay, the first time. When did they?
Not when he updated it, because of course that's what he did. And we still haven't met that target yet.
The first time. Oh, by 2024. So we're 2 years past that.
I could have sworn it was earlier than that.
He said He said in 2016 that that SpaceX would land humans on Mars in 2024. And then it was like,
maybe I'm thinking about the Cybertruck.
Yeah, you probably were thinking about the Cybertruck. You were always thinking about the Cybertruck.
I hate that. That's what I'm always thinking about.
Yeah, you're always thinking about the Cybertruck.
Somebody else that I asked, like, when was the last time you thought about the word cyber? I was like, literally 2 days ago. Because I saw a Cybertruck in the PetSmart parking lot.
Yeah, the wildest part is, I saw a Cybertruck. Because I was like, hang on a minute, why am I looking at a Cybertruck?
The thing is, I have to hope that I can get wherever I need to go with my son before he notices it, because then he loses his shit. Like, why? It's not even cool, man. It's not.
I mean, of course he would think a Cybertruck is. It would look like something he would draw.
No, it doesn't. It looks like something. It looks like something that someone's very newborn person drew poorly.
It's like, wow, oh, cool. My drawing has come to life. Of course. Like,
of course, these are the same turbines that are a subject of an NAACP lawsuit that alleges the company is exposing nearby communities to hazardous chemicals and pollution. This article is courtesy of Engadget. More Engadget news. Judge refuses XAI's request to stop Minnesota law banning nudify apps. Because
reread the title.
Yeah, run that back.
Judge refuses XAI's request to stop a Minnesota law from banning nudify apps.
Okay.
One more time.
I got. After you read that title, I have a question I would like to ask everyone.
Yeah.
At the behest of Kevin's request, Judge refuses XAI's request to stop a Minnesota law banning nudify apps.
Because I want you to really hear that. You know,
I mean, I heard it. I understood it the first time.
No.
Oh no, he's not talking. Kevin's not talking to you.
Okay.
The good people who are live and the people who listen on the wherever you get podcasts. I want you to hear this and be 100% sure you heard it as much as I heard it, and feel the feelings that I feel at this exact moment. Because what do you mean a judge has to tell you to not make nudify apps?
I have a question.
Yes.
In the back of the room, I have. Dear everybody listening, wherever you get podcasts, as Kevin so eloquently said, I'm gonna ask you at this point, why do you have a Twitter account? No. Come close to me. I want you to sit down right here. Please step to the front of the room. Why do you have a Twitter account? These people had someone go, hey, you should not be able to get on, mind you, right, on a site with multiple pending accusations and cases involving CSAM content, right, has said, a judge had to say, no, in fact, you cannot just nudify people on the application. You should not be allowed to do that. And their response was to go to court and go, but would you be willing to consider, instead of immediately like taking this offline like any decent person would do, is whatever you're it's kind of like Substack for me at this point. Is there anybody that you're following over there worth it that you still have an account and haven't nuked that place to the ground? Is there like, are we getting anything over there that you cannot get literally anywhere else? Well, like with less of everything. That's a rhetorical question. What are we doing?
So yeah, a new Minnesota law that will ban apps and websites that can generate non-consensual imagery can take effect today after XAI's last-minute effort to stop it from being enforced failed to convince a federal judge. According to NBC News, U.S. District Judge Donovan Frankers refused to grant XAI's request to stop the new law from being enforced on August 1st in a complaint arguing that it violates the First Amendment.
Okay, so hey everybody, civics lesson of the day, right? 5th grade, you know, that law prevents the government from telling you that you can't say things, right? What it does not do is, you know, being like, you know, things that it doesn't apply to necessarily, right? You know, hey, my First Amendment speech, the right to express myself and not have it suppressed by the government, is not, it does not include me using my social media account to make non-consensual porn content with random people whose pictures I happen to find on the internet. That's not what that covers, right? I just feel like we need to be clear about that, because these people said, but don't enforce the law. I want to remind you that the person who's currently in charge of that company, as I understand it, that's also like headed up by Elon and crew. Is that, am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
Okay, that was the person whose whole purpose in buying Twitter in the first place, the whole thing, involved a court case where they tried to get out of a deal that they made to go and buy things after saying a whole bunch of things about buying this, because they did not want the Security and Exchange Commission to do a background check.
And that still technically didn't work.
And I say that to say this. One, aside from the fact that there is a very, and I've used this so facetiously, a loose connection to the law, it's also, like I said early on when we started talking about this man and his foolishness, he wants to be Seto Kaiba so bad. Imagine you being like, someone being like, hey, you can't just do these very non-consensual things. And the thing that they argue about is, I have the right to say whatever I want, which, by the way, also not covered by the First Amendment, because if I yell fire in a crowded room where there's not a fire, they can arrest me. Just,
I do want to make sure that we point out here that while we were talking about the legal aspects of this, I still, and I feel like Kev was alluding to this earlier. There is a company that is trying to keep a AI generated porn app around.
Actively went to their idea for how to properly handle that was to go to to try to issue a court injunction.
Go to court and say,
okay, that's still not the issue for me. It's the fact that there is something, he is actively just saying, why can't I have my consensual kitty porn?
Yeah.
So
like, it's just that. It's just that. Fuck the law. Fuck the courts. It's like, why can't I just have my CSAM app? What's wrong with CSAM?
No, Major. You have to understand. We're not disagreeing. My point is, you decided to try to wield the legal system to do the thing that you just described. It's not even, why can't I keep it? It is, you went and decided to make, and a thing that can be publicly looked up, by the way, you decided to go, hey, dear court and judges, what if you didn't enforce that? And this is that's public record that you decided to do that shit. Wow, couldn't be me.
I think what I'm saying is my issue is the fact that he's just asking the question, period.
Correct.
Not that he went to a court. It's just that he's asking the question.
Again, both of us are saying the exact same thing. Because, mind you, the court is the tool by which they ask the question. But yes, we both have a fundamental issue with the fact that
I'm like,
if
he just hopped on Twitter and just typed that shit. What do you mean? You're asking this question.
Correct. It's it would be the same thing as if someone said something equally ridiculous and it was kind of like, you didn't say that in the group chat. You said that in a public place. You decided to put that on a billboard, and me and you are both like,
we supposed to be cool with this?
Child, I can't say what I want to say on this app, but y'all know what I want to say on this app. If we don't get him gone today.
All of its issue creating, wanting to keep it, and suing to try to keep it. Yes, it's the whole thing. Just the whole thing.
It's just every layer of it is just, wait, what?
How did it get this far? It should have stopped at you just wanting to keep it.
Yeah.
Or actually, should have stopped at you creating it.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
First of all, it was the fact that you even asked, but then second of all, not only did you ask, but you decided to make a whole court case out of it. Oh, right. Baby, today.
Because
one thing
people will have is audacity.
So just so we put it out there, yes, there is a court. He tried to get a court injunction, which was denied, but there is still a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Now, granted, and I want to go into this too, which makes this even more ridiculous. And I don't know if this is the exact reason why the judge denied it, but did not help his case. While Judge Frank didn't side with, okay, I'm sorry, wrong paragraph. Based on the judge's order, he wasn't persuaded by XAI's actions that the law's enforcement would cause immediate harm. He noted that XAI filed the lawsuit on July 29th, almost 3 months after the law was signed and merely 3 days before it was set to take effect.
That man tried to slide in there with extra credit, trying not to get that. Oh my God. Please.
What were you doing? Why am I even asking that question? Why am I asking that question? I'm an idiot. No. Just, no.
Wood chipper. electric chair.
This also this is my monthly reminder of some questions are better than left.
Yeah. See, I caught myself. See, I caught myself that time. I caught myself.
Because it's not like you're afraid that you won't get the answer. You are afraid that you will hear the answer, and the answer is gross.
It's not
That's
that.
why I say all the time.
It's not
all questions are good answers. Deserve good answers. I'm just
that
saying.
wasn't my reason was, why am I just giving it more space?
Exactly. And
that was
also,
it. It wasn't
like
it was the fact that the answer was going to be best. Like, why am I even looking for an answer? Why? Just why?
And that is also the other monthly reminder to Major.
Not anything needs an answer.
Not everything needs an answer, and not everything needs oxygen. Let it go.
So I will tell you, for me, whenever I ask a question, it is not because I am seeking answers. It is always an invitation to consider with me how absolutely fucking ridiculous this is.
Nope. See, I already knew how fucked up it was. It's like, nope, not anymore. No, stop it.
Hold on for a moment. Let me do the melanated translation of this. Y'all see this shit?
Yep, that was the shit. That's all they needed to say. You seen it?
That's an observational question.
Yep.
That is I know I ain't the only one to see this, right?
That's exactly what that is.
Like, do I need to ask what it is? No.
Like, right, when this came through, when this came down my RSS, I was like, what do you mean? This was almost as bad as the damn AI shit. It's like, what do you mean?
We had to go to court. We had to put on suits. We had to get up early in the morning, put on a suit and tie and briefcase to go down and be like, now about my Nudify app, injunction? No? Okay.
XAI supports states' rights. XAI may support states' rights, but Todd Blanche doesn't.
Right. And that, which is funny because they're the party of states' rights. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that cooks me. It's like, states' rights. If the state doesn't want, if the state does want it, if the state doesn't want it, well, we getting federal like a mug, right? We getting we about to get real big government in a minute, baby.
Where those don't tread on me motherfuckers at though?
Yeah.
Now, see, I know, because I feel like I've asked this question on this show. Remember when I said, what if we took "Don't Tread on Me" and turned it around and used it against them?
Yeah.
We are now at that point where that's actually a thing. So
I am literally cracking myself up every single day because I think about this at least once a week. I think about how the people in this state and other states were completely and utterly butthurt about post-Reconstruction South, about the post-antebellum South, the gone are the days of the heady plantations and dew on the magnolias and all that kind of stuff. You know, the Scarlet O'Hara Gone with the Wind type stories, right? Pre-antebellum South, and then post-Reconstruction happens when a lot of the stuff was not only taken up by the northern speculators, the carpetbaggers that would come into the states and buy the old plantations and lands for pennies on the dollar, right? And understanding that them people were seen as lower life forms for coming into a bad situation and taking over and buying out these plantations, only to now have the entirety of their party co-opted by essentially the same northern speculators.
Is it they just out west now?
Right, it's just out west now. But no, I'm talking about their boy. I'm talking about their guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Because he would be considered to be a northern speculator coming in and buying the land cheap and putting those god-awful, ugly buildings on. And then being like, saying like, well, he's not bad. I know somewhere there's somebody in a seersucker suit and like bolo tie Like I think Beauregard saying, "I beggeth your pardon, sir."
He was saying that. He was
Oh
saying that in
Hold on for a
2015
moment.
and
Not you
20.
talking about this man sounding like Foghorn Leghorn.
He was saying that in
yeah.
2015 and 2016, but yeah, when 2017 came around, he started kissing his ass, and now he's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what happened to him.
That's the whole thing I'm thinking about. You capitulating to Northern speculators now, but like now it's like the Northern speculators are also the AI bros, and you know, but then also it started with the first Northern speculators. But so yeah, I don't understand it.
Also, can I take the time to say we should retire the term tech bro to mean capitalist? Like, I wish folks would stop doing that.
I don't think we don't think. You know, I think we that's why we equate tech bros to capitalists.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you call them tech bros and not capitalists, then the capitalists just continue to get capital.
We can call them capitalist bros. That's fine with me. We just put the
why can't we just call them? Okay, why can't we just call them techno-fascists?
I like that. I'll take that. But again, I need to make sure all capitalists are involved, not just the ones in tech. Because sure, we get those guys, we get the Zuckerbergs, we get the Musk, we get the we get the Ellisons.
Yeah.
But then Buffett's still sitting over there.
Right.
I mean, granted, he ain't long for this world himself, but
I mean, we already know Buffett is pretty much like
it's the Wall Street bankers' names we don't know.
You know,
who's still running shit.
To be fair here, what I have to say I do appreciate is the fact that Major, very true to the principles of the show, supports diversity, equity, and inclusion, and wants to make sure that no one feels left out of this conversation when we're talking about the things. We want to make sure that across all industries, levels of ability, backgrounds, nationalities, that everyone is included when we were just like, hey, you are also like a piece of shit.
Yes, thank you.
You are also included in the...
I'm an equal opportunity capitalist hater.
Yep, I hate it. We hate everybody around here. I'm more like, you know, I'm always big on the name of shame, you know, but
it's time we learn the JPs, the Morgans, and the Chases, the Goldmans, and the Sachs.
Yep, Goldman and Sachs, yeah. The Wells and the Fargo.
The brothers Lehman.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Eat the fucking rich.
The Fannie and
Fannies and the Mays.
Yeah, the Fannies and the Mays.
The banks and the Americas.
The banks that live in America.
These West Banks that are funding the West Banks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Macklemore.
Like I said, the Y and the Covia.
The P, the N, and the C.
Uh-huh. The trust that we don't have in the sun. The not so truest bank.
Well,
I can do this all day.
We're very creative over here.
Yeah.
This chat reminds me, while I've been on vacation this week, I've been invited to drink wine, golf, and go out to dinner. I feel very out of place.
Yeah.
Look, there's one thing I will never feel out of place in, and like, I don't know. I don't really consider it as like it's my tax break because I don't really do much of anything else outside of this house. But I will go out and we'll hit up the links. We'll drink some wine. We'll go out to dinner. I will definitely do that. I will feel somewhat guilty about it, but at the same time, you know what? I'm out here.
You can still.
But then think about, we could have been using this land for something else.
Right. I mean, yes, there's always going to be the breakdown of I despise all these corrupt and oppressive systems, but then I also like that the fact that we have nice parks. Like being out in a nice park and just being like, ah, this is a nice park. I know this was named after a racist, but it's still a nice park.
All right, let's move.
I would like to sue whoever aired the Jetsons episodes because I demand the future that I saw in that show, and I don't have it.
Kev sent me a video talking about George Jetson discovered class consciousness.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love that video because I was like, oh, Major got to see this.
I was sitting there like,
boy, Major got to see this.
Damn, he's not wrong.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, one thing about me though, I keep the Jetsons on me. Hold
on. While Kev is looking for the Jetsons, it's Apple time. This is from 404 Media. Apple's private relay is exposing users' real IP addresses. I feel like I've read a similar story before, where a privacy feature that Apple offers is not really private. And while the email thing was like, I guess, this one here, man, maybe, what? Oh, boo, I thought I was signed in a 404. And I do not remember that archive site. But yeah, it's pretty much they were saying that some researchers have found out that you can bypass that iCloud relay or the iCloud private relay that people pay for to still get the actual IP addresses of the devices that are visiting sites. I get that. Excuse me.
I keep them Jetsons on me and the Flintstones. Shout out to JoJo and Brit. They know who they are. And I even got that Thundar and them Herculoids.
The researchers developed a site that lets private relay users check if the issues impact them. And 404 Media's test, the site did return the real IP addresses of a user that was supposed to be protected by private relay. Private relay is part of Apple's paid iCloud Plus subscription. It is designed to mask a user's IP address while they browse the web in Safari. Quote, normally when you browse the web, information containing your web traffic, such as your DNS records and IP address, can be seen by your network provider and the websites you visit. This information could be used to determine your identity and build a profile of your location and browsing history over time. Apple's website reads. While it is not a true VPN in the sense that it only masks a user's IP address, when you use Safari, VPNs typically work at the operating system level and route all traffic from a device, be that from a web browser or installed apps. And wow, apparently this is being discovered using passkeys. This is part of the problem. The researchers found in a quirk of how passkeys work, a broadly secure alternative to usernames and passwords, which use the web often standard. A user's device makes a web request outside of the browser itself, meaning that request essentially bypasses private relay and exposes the user's real IP address, even though to them it may look like they are simply interacting with a website as normal. Apparently the researchers have notified Apple and Tor, which they said it was dire and hopefully it'll get patched. I know that Mac OS just had it just released an update. Whether or not this is included with that, I don't know. But there was no iOS or iPad OS updates today, so I doubt that fix is in there. So again, do not use your private relay as a substitute for a VPN. Use a VPN. Even though we're still up in the air on which VPN to use because fucking Movad.
Yep.
Just when you thought you're out, they pull you back in.
Yep.
In more legal news, New Jersey antitrust suit accuses Amazon of unlawfully wielding power over delivery contractors. This is from Engadget. The company's dominant buyer power leads to lower wages and worse working conditions, the complaint alleges. New York's Attorney General has sued Amazon, accusing the company of unlawfully wielding power over delivery contractors and their workers. The antitrust lawsuit claims Amazon prevents delivery service partner drivers, or DSPs, from unionizing and limits competition for labor among contractors in the network. The company's, quote, dominant buying power leads to, quote, lower wages and worse working conditions for, quote, everyday workers in New Jersey and likely across the country who provide the delivery services Amazon demands. Amazon started the DSP program in 2018 to build out a delivery network with third-party contractors. It classifies DSPs as independent operators. However, Davenport's office claims that, Davenport is the Attorney General, Jennifer Davenport, claims that in addition to providing packages for delivery, Amazon gives drivers uniforms to wear, branded vans, and their routes. It also accused Amazon of monitoring drivers using cameras, AI, and other tech, including drone surveillance of some who planned to strike and attempted to unionize, as well as controlling DSP's hiring practices. The AG claimed, for instance, that, quote, some workers who supported union organizing at an Amazon delivery station were later rejected or terminated by other DSPs in Amazon's delivery network. Yo, dog, Amazon, not sure if you are aware, but that's fucking legal. Illegal. Just want to make sure I put a distinction there. It's
illegally.
It's illegally. It is not legal.
It's illegally.
So again, I hope the AG brings down the fucking hammer.
Got to.
But of course, we live in the United Corporate States of America.
You know,
so it'll just be a slap on the wrist.
No, that's not where we live because that'll be renamed on the new Google Earth.
Not to be confused with the United Cities of America.
Great. Now I gotta move Death Stranding on my list again.
Yeah, you do.
And not to be confused with either Super Earth or Greater Mamdanistan.
It's Mamdanagrad.
Oh, yes, right.
Stan is a state. Grad is a city.
It's about to be Michigan stand in a minute.
Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
What Abdulistan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The
El Abdulistan.
The state of Al-Sayed.
Yes, Al-Sayedistan. The AG is going to let them off for an ad-free Prime Video sub and an Amazon Basics t-shirt. Stop it!
Stop
okay,
it.
for one thing, you know it's not going to be either of those. It's going to be a Starbucks gift card. Shut up.
Not even Amazon.
First of all, Merge, you ate down with that one. That was a lot of material. The Amazon Basics is killing me.
Amazon Basics USB cable that's going to catch on fire.
Yeah.
We should always do a security sweep. Speaking of more labor news, the way Claude took my money when I was on vacation because I had something set wrong. Just driving to the airport and just watching my Cash App just like constantly give money. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Who told you to be giving them money? Hello?
It was me.
Oh.
It was me. Something was misconfigured. I said, yeah. Like when I made sure I was in Florida, I said, yo, stop this. Yes, and more labor news though. On the other side of the country, California, home to probably the country's most drivers. The Teamsters Union is suing the state over self-driving trucks. Again, this is also coming from Engadget. The organization says that new regulations could eventually cause around 400,000 people to lose their jobs. Self-driving trucks are already happening, Ruin. I'm sorry, what was that saying?
Who could have foreseen that happening?
I know. The California Teamsters Union is suing several state agencies, including the DMV, over rules pertaining to self-driving trucks, according to a report by Politico. The suit claims that Governor Gavin Newsom, oh, you mean the Democratic Party establishment's golden boy? Excuse me, administration improperly rolled out a series of regulations that will likely bring robot trucks to state roads. This stems from a move the DMV made back in April in which new rules were adopted regarding autonomous trucks. California had previously prohibited large self-driving vehicles. This is due in large part to objections from unions regarding potential job losses. The new regulations create an autonomous vehicle testing framework for light-duty and heavy-duty trucks that could eventually flood the roads with self-driving semis and the like. You know, I thought that the Democratic Party was the Labor Party. I thought they were pro-union, even though in 2022, Joe Biden did squash a strike.
Yep.
See, the lawsuit argues that these new rules pose an existential threat to quote unquote existential threat to hundreds of thousands of workers. The Teamsters are asking the court to prevent the DMV from enforcing the regulations and to declare that they were erroneously implemented. Quote, the DMV irresponsibly, carelessly, and unlawfully kept the public in the dark about the true economic and human costs of the amended autonomous vehicle regulations. The only way to protect the public's right to properly scrutinize regulations that will transform transportation in California is for the court to order the DMV to immediately rescind the illegally enacted regulations. This is coming from Julie Gutman Dickinson, an attorney representing the Teamsters. As for job laws, the lawsuit suggests that these rules could eventually wipe out the jobs of more than 200,000 employee semi-truck drivers working across California. And quote, this would also potentially impact a similar number of self-employed drivers, totaling 400,000 or more jobs. So, again, I feel like it shouldn't need to be said, but I will say it anyway. This show is pro-union.
Yep.
We do stand with the Teamsters.
Yep.
Should get everything you fight for.
We will stand with the Teamsters, sit with the Teamsters, pass Teamsters water, the cake, the brownies, the blondie, a couple of pre-rolls if necessary. Like, listen.
Damn right. In surveillance news, just so you're aware, ACAB also means the Security and Exchange Commission. Even though, yes, they go after white collar criminals, or at least they were supposed to, but who knows nowadays.
Not hard enough.
Yeah. Courtesy of 404 Media, the SEC bought airline data to monitor flights worldwide. This is coming out of a Freedom of Information Act request from 404 Media. The Security and Exchange Commission bought access to what it described as more than 1 billion airline ticketing records related to not just U.S. domestic flights or those landing in the country, but also flights between foreign countries. According to SEC documents obtained by 404 Media, a group of the world's airlines, including Delta, United, and American, previously sold the data under the company name ARC. That is where the SEC bought the data from. ARC, or the Airlines Reporting Corporation, stopped selling airline ticketing records after repeated coverage from 404 Media and pressure from lawmakers last year. And of course, that was coming from the fact that ICE was buying that information. But the newly obtained records provide additional insight into the breadth of the data the airlines were selling without their customers' knowledge, and that law enforcement agencies were tapping into, likely without a warrant. The data includes each passenger's name, their credit card number used to buy the ticket, the departure and arrival cities for their travel, the date of their flight, the flight number, and the quote selling agent quote unquote, likely referring to the travel agency the person used, according to the documents. ARC obtained its data by acting as the conduit between airlines and travel agencies. Whenever someone booked a flight with a travel agency like Expedia or Kayak, ARC received information about that booking and then resold it as part of its data broker business. Now, well, sure, the SEC information is kind of old news. They've probably been doing it for a while. It seems that data broker business was shut down last year. That does not change the fact that the ARC has this information. It's sitting in a centralized location, which means while 404 Media is right to report this information, report that, hey, federal agencies have been buying your data. There is a company that is selling this data. It's also like, hey, there's a company that just has it. Or the fact that more than just ICE, or I'm sorry, let me be more specific. More than just DHS and the SEC have been buying this data. We don't know who else has been buying this data.
If this data is up for sale, somebody else is buying this, and who?
And this is where I feel like people come and say, see, this is why we got to sit there, have privacy, everything. So, well, okay. And again, this is another argument of voting versus steps after voting, or buying with your wallet, or steps after buying with your wallet, or voting with your wallet.
Yep.
It's like, sure, privacy. Yeah, cool. Do that. Also, and just hear me out, maybe we should go after the companies who are collecting and selling our data.
Yeah.
What if we handle the root of the problem as opposed to just plastering over it and miss? Well, now they can't get my data. Well, they already got a good chunk of it. And no matter how hard you try to hide it, they'll get it.
Plus, you're paying in for services that are helping you supposedly get rid of your data or keep your data private, but you have to actively pay them money in order to do that.
Or how I noticed the other day that there's a surprising number of services now that will charge you to detect if something is AI or not.
Yep.
Almost as if capitalism has created the solution to a problem that capitalism created.
Yeah. It's like that thing when there's a data breach. Hey guys, do you want a year of free credit monitor? And I'm like, I feel like we would need that if you were a little bit tighter up on your backstroke, but okay, sure, why not? But You know.
And Merge gets it. If you remove the fucking profit motive, then
Yep.
What would these capitalist bros do?
How will they buy their yachts?
they can sit on a long wooden pike,
I mean, that's always
like non-sanded.
I mean, that's always an option for me. But that's always my thought. Like, yeah, they can do that.
In more surveillance news, make it financially and legally poisonous to use personal information without explicit consent, no matter if you collected it or not. Let's see. Yeah, that will require robust privacy laws.
Yep. And yeah,
Which I will say that, under a new system that I would like to see created, that would be one of my first steps. But I'm just like the tech guy thinking of it. Not as like, I don't know, sure, free, make sure that housing and food and water is available to everybody. Make sure your needs are met. Like, okay, yes, that first. But look, can like the first next thing, because I do like to use my smartphone, could we just make it illegal to sell my data? And once we find out, yeah, you just like, that's it.
Yep.
Like we just kill you. Like I want it punishable by death. But in more surveillance news, cities are going in the wrong direction when it comes to flock cameras, surprisingly. This is coming from 404 Media again. The cities are ditching flock and immediately replacing it with Axon for their license plate readers. Because instead of not surveilling
there's crack in the water. There's crack in the water. It's heroin. It has to be. Like Elmer's glue is being served at every meal.
Because instead of not surveilling their citizens, cities figured the solution is to hide it. Just make them not as noticeable. Which, I mean, I don't know. That looks kind of noticeable. I feel like I would notice that. Like, honestly, the flock camera was less noticeable to me than this. I just only now realized this past week that there is a flock camera on 40 that I have to drive going to work in the morning. There's no telling how long it's been there. I've only just noticed it. Because it is a weird random camera that's just sitting, just like, y'all didn't even make an attempt to hide this.
Like, no, most they would you would think they would wrap it up in branches, paint it green, and, pretend it's a tree.
A handful of cities across the U.S. have ditched flock automatic license plate readers, or ALPRs, cameras, and immediately replaced them with equivalent systems from law enforcement contracting giant Axon. Which, and I want to say it was a video, I think it was a video you made. No, I don't think it was the video you sent me, Kel. I think it was one I came through on my own TikTok feed. That, our dear glorious leader, Cheeto Man, bought a stake in prior to, becoming president. And then, when DHS started wrapping the shit up, bought a whole bunch of Axon cameras. Axon, for example, advertises AI-powered cameras that attach to an existing street lamp and are designed to completely blend in with their surroundings, and also collects license plate data with cameras installed inside police officers' patrol vehicles. The switch to Axon, which is not yet widespread but appears to be increasing as people oppose Flock, signals what might come next for the nationwide conversation around ARPR cameras. Instead of doing away with the cameras entirely, which 404 Media has linked to ICE, the tracking of a woman who self-administered an abortion and rampant abuse by cops stalking their exes, some cities may enter contracts with another company which has faced less scrutiny and backlash. Yeah, see, now this is what I'm gonna point out. Flock faced zero scrutiny and backlash before people realized what they were doing.
Yep.
People know about Axon because guess what company they were before Axon? Does anybody know? They used to be Taser.
Mm-hmm.
People know about Axon.
Yep.
Like, the problem wasn't the perception of Flock, the brand. The issue was the fact that they're being fucking surveilled.
Yep.
Now you're just inviting people to knock down whole ass street lamps.
Yep. And we'll do so with gusto. Them and vigor, if you agree. Because
how do you? In the year of our Lord 2026, where you have tuned in the status where I am playing game, do you miss that connection? See, this is where I go, and like, this goes back to saying, like, hey, can we stop referring to people, the people who are championing AI for everyday use and fucking up everything that we hold dear in society, from tech bros to capitalists? Because if you don't name the fucking enemy outright, if you're not equal opportunity, if you are not DEIing the problem, this shit happens. Oh no, we can't have Flock. Flock is bad. But Axon? Yeah, that'll show them. Nobody's got a problem with Axon.
switch it up. And it's like, no, it's bad too. Bad too.
Like, what?
Like, no, you don't understand. It's bad too.
The issue wasn't the company. The issue's the fucking surveillance.
It's bad too. Like,
hi, as your queer correspondent on the show, this is your reminder that this is all how racism works and transphobia works and homophobia works and all this other stuff. They've been rebranding the same bullshit for the last 100 years at a minimum.
just switching it up.
Like, the shit's all connected, and they're all connected because it's all the same fucking thing. They just keep calling it something else, hoping you won't notice.
Mm-hmm.
In some labor news that I forgot to connect to the other labor news, what would you do for an interview at your favorite company, like the company you want to work for? Like, to get in the door for an interview, what would you do?
I would like everybody to know that I left this article on the cutting room floor because there was so much nonsense. This is a Tales from the Crypt ass story.
And that's why I kept it. Because I need to talk about labor.
I do not have a dream job. I do not dream of labor.
I mean, I dream of labor, but good labor, useful labor.
If I dream
Not
of labor, I am
exploitation.
usually under duress.
No,
Yep.
see, it's the difference between dreaming of labor and dreaming of exploitation.
For me, those distinctions are between labor and work. Labor, just in general, tends to be a more exploitative thing. If I'm just like, hi, I have a thing I would like to meaningfully give my time and energy to, I do not call it labor.
I call it hobbies that pay. My hobbies that pay. Or
I would just rather just do that. I would just rather do the hobby and not worry about getting paid for it.
if it's like I can do my hobby and then somebody's like, hey, I like that thing you did, here's money. That's what I want. Like, hey, I love the fact that you built Gunpla. Here's money to do it. That's what I'm talking about.
I would just do the.
Oh, you're
like
paying
it is
me
just the enjoyment.
You paying me to do the thing that I love and continue to, and whether I do good or don't, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pay me to do the thing. Yes, that is what I want.
This article's coming from Ars Technica. Would you get a tattoo just to interview at a 7-day-a-week AI startup?
I think we all know the answer, but the answer is fuck no. Continue.
So is what we're asking? Hi, did you want to be branded?
For the possibility of a job, and the answer is no.
Now I wanna count how many things are wrong with that question. Not
All of it.
not the. Well, yes, all of it. Not that Ars Technica wrote a bad title, but all the red flags about what's about to happen here.
Yeah, terrible.
Getting a tattoo
That part.
for just an interview for a job that is 7 days a week.
Yeah.
That focuses on AI. That is a startup.
Yeah.
Five things wrong. 5 red flags.
It's like at some point you just gotta stop. At this point, it's like 7 days. Would I interview at 7 days a week? No, I wouldn't do that because they may not be long for this world. Would I get a tattoo for it? No. For just an interview? No. It's a lot of really bad things in this, and I'm like, that's a no for me, dog. That's a no.
So the company is Lemon Lime. It's a small company with a grind set mentality. Fuck you.
I already know.
If you think you're going to work there and say have
Blech.
free weekends, you are fooling yourself. The entire team shows up to the office 7 days a week. Zeitz wrote in a LinkedIn post 2 weeks ago, and this is CEO Jordan Zeitz. Over a dozen applicants thus far have withdrawn after stating that they do not work past 5 p.m. or on weekends. LOL. What you'll be doing instead is pushing, quote, critical product features to production while watching pitch perfect sing-along editions at 1 a.m. on a Saturday. The fuck I will.
That sounds horrible.
If I'm pushing something at 1 a.m. on production and watching anything on a Saturday, I will be at my house doing random shit to my servers and watching like fucking Ghost in the Shell. The company does not care about your grades. Zeitz notes that his freshman year GPA was 2.3, but Lemon Lime does require that you be a good hang. Zeitz says that the company hires people we want to be friends with. Since changing the world is easier with friends, it should be fun. Keep in mind they're working on AI, so of course they're looking for just idiots who just do anything.
Yeah.
Let's see. Zeitz concluded his post by promising an instant interview to anyone who dropped their email address into the comments and who also scored perfectly on the lemon or lime game. He soon moved on to tattoos. Lemon Lime hosted a San Francisco after party on July 25th following Y Combinator's startup school event, named the quote calling all crazy builders after party, end quote. The event.
Okay, so this is the opening hour to the social network.
Yes. The event targeted quote the most unhinged builders looking to change the world, end quote. At the party, Zeitz brought in a tattoo artist and promised instant job interviews to anyone willing to get inked. The goal is to find them, find quote unhinged people willing to take risks. 7 people got a tattoo of the Lemon Lime corporate logo. Zeitz says that the logo was not required. Other people chose different images. So at least 7 people got the logo. An undisclosed amount of people got tattoos. And this is his apology. Excuse me. We offer free tattoos and said we'd be happy to interview anyone who got one. What I thought would be a fun, memorable way to meet people was in reality reckless, and instead came across as tying a permanent tattoo to job opportunity, which showed poor judgment. Even though participants chose their own tattoos and no one was asked to get our logo, I should have understood the pressure and power dynamic created by connecting tattoos to hiring. Regardless of said intent, turning a celebration of personalized art into a company stunt was poorly exercised judgment. He added that the company will cover associated removal costs with anyone facing any delayed regret about their tattoos, though that regret might be even stronger after Zeitz said that interviews were available to everyone regardless. I wish I could use the button. I really do wish I could, but unfortunately, I am not paying for Discord Nitro, so I do not have the ability to use my soundboard that's in the Majors House Discord server, which you can join at majors.house/Discord and hear it for yourself in any of the voice and video channels. But I still have to say this. Are you people still not fucking ready for a revolution?
Book of Revelation.
I want to know too, because again, I've had the worst time with neoliberals this week. What part of voting fixes this shit? I'm happy for Zoran Mamdani to get into office. I'm happy for Mamdani's picks. I'm glad that Dr. El Sayed won his primary challenge this week. But none of these electable motherfuckers will solve this fucking problem.
Problem baked in.
If this is what people with capital will do just to hire somebody, even if they regret it after the fact that this fucker had the caucasity, the unmitigated rich white boy gall to tie an interview to a fucking tattoo. The fact that even after that, they're requiring to go against fucking labor laws. For you to work there? This shit can't be voted out. Capitalism is fucking fascism. We have let this shit go unchecked for fucking too long. Voting ain't gonna solve your problem.
But it can make your problem worse. Sure as hell can.
No, we're gonna vote to get money out of politics. Yeah, right.
You won't.
No, the fuck you won't.
I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
I'm sure as shit they won't.
I bet you won't. I'm not like that's the whole thing. Like that's the whole thing. You basically said we are going to do it, but the system works as intended, and the system works as it is.
They will not give you the tools to dismantle it.
No. You gotta take the legs out. But the problem is it's pitchforks and torches.
Nah, they don't want to do that because the fact that apparently people who are calling for a revolution are entitled little babies who just don't want to vote.
Right.
I was, I'm sorry. MLK, Malcolm X, Bobby Seals, Huey P. Newton,
Medgar
Assata Shakur, Angela Davis,
Medgar Evers.
I mean, you named him.
Not
with
you.
Yeah.
Like yeah. If you have other people to name, please.
I'm cooking over here. Like Kevin's like, no, we need this to simmer. We need it to marinate.
Yeah. But that,
Fred Hampton.
Yep.
Yeah, entitled. So fucking entitled. So entitled that the fucking federal government ended most of their lives and chased one out of the country.
Yep.
To your precious Obama doubled the bounty on Assata Shakur's head. But y'all so fucking afraid of fucking Russia that y'all don't want to sit there and read shit about the USSR. Y'all don't want to read shit about the Soviets, about the Bolsheviks.
I mean,
y'all don't want to read shit about Mao. Y'all don't want to read shit about Ho Chi Minh. Y'all don't want to read shit about Fidel, about Che, about Chavez. What the fuck? Y'all don't want to read shit about Sankara.
But because of current Russia.
Man, fuck that shit. They were all about that shit before current Russia.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's because of current Russia. That's why.
No, they were on that shit before then.
Because
scary Soviet Union, capitalism bad, commies bad.
Right, because
they ain't current Russia. That was 1917 Russia that they fucking afraid of.
And then they're like, see, look it, nothing's changed, but a lot has changed, baby. A lot has changed, baby. Like Yeah.
Yes. Entitled people who are being oppressed by a fucking capitalist system. Oh yes, they're the fucking entitled pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm just saying, coming from me and the shit that I do, shit that I buy, shit I waste my money on, maybe I'm the entitled one here.
Yeah.
But still,
Agree.
I am gladly willing to lay my life down to fight for a better world for my fucking son.
Put the phone down.
Now, on that,
Put the phone down.
on that very real note, I think
I'll lay my life on the line. Lay the apple down first.
it's the like
Wait.
there's a dialogue at
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Get a flip phone.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Put the apple down.
Put the apple down?
Yeah, you say I'm laying my life down. Put the apple down first.
Oh, you mean this device that is actually made by working class people, right?
Oh, you mean Apple's working class people?
I didn't see Tim Cook make this damn phone.
Oh, hold on for a moment. Why Tim Apple in it? But hold on.
I mean, he's
okay,
always
I'm
in
going
it, but,
to-
you know. I'm always in the mindset of like, I'll lay down my life for the line. Okay, put the phone down first.
Yeah, if you
Again, I feel like we have
you
this-
being keyboard warrior, yeah, put the phone down. But I can't stand when people are like, "Oh, but you got an Apple device. You're a communist, but you got an Apple device."
Right.
Oh, I see that you.
No,
I see that you are participating in society.
I'm of the means
Yes.
of like, right. And I'm all for that. But I would never say I would lay my life down for the cause, because I believe in the cause. My survival is important. Me dying is only a thing of the thing first. Putting that apple down, more significant.
No,
Saying others should do the same, definitely.
no.
You know something?
You're another number on a spreadsheet to other people.
You know what?
Encourage
There
people to say
is-
the same.
I want to add.
Your life means more. Your life means more. Your life means more, brother. Because if it's like I say, that's what I'm saying. Am I scared? Am I scared of these systems? No, obviously not.
Like I said, I'm willing to sacrifice my life to sit there and fight for a better system. Again, if my life was more important than the fight for the system, then yeah, at what point do I stop and say, you know what, fuck this?
So
And that's the problem. And that's the thing.
I'm not saying fuck this thing. I'm just saying do not say I'm willing to let my life down on the line.
Nope.
Because
I've accepted.
One day.
I've accepted my role in this.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so I think now if I could just go ahead and have my little Kanye moment. I think there is something important to be said about a couple of things. So thing number one, when it comes to people feeling like, yeah, y'all have some privileges when it comes to this stuff. I'm not speaking for everyone, but I'm speaking for all of my melanated kin when I say this part, right? There is something about having a really long and tenured history of being like, hey, we have also looked into these things. There are a number of things on a very practical, everyday level in terms of getting our needs met, state level, federal level, and all this other stuff that we see are not working. Here are our ideas. And all of these people, from like feminism in the 1920s to voting rights in the 1960s and everything in between, being every time we have had to expend all of this effort to try to make any kind of social progress, then being told, well, I know that y'all wanted extra things, but y'all just need to chill. Y'all need to be patient. You need to wait. These things take time and all this other stuff. And to quote James Baldwin on this, it's taken my grandmother's time, my grandfather's time, my uncle's time, my aunt's time, my sister's time, my cousin's time. Like how much more time are you asking for? And at some point, the request for giving it a bit more time is being like, if I had somewhere I was trying to be physically and the bus was delayed by 2 hours and I could just take a 10-minute walk to the nearest train station, I would be taking that 10-minute walk to the train station. Sometimes it's just sort of like, hey, like we're tired of doing trying to participate in a thing that's clearly not working because y'all seem to not be interested in the very real things I'm expressing about what I need in order for this to work or for me to stay or stick around or listen or participate. And in that sense, there are some people who are just like, hey, I understand where you're coming from, but maybe shut the fuck up, sit this one out. right? So that's thing number one. Thing number two, in this thing about it's a very real conversation when it comes to putting our life in the middle of things. Obviously, very common, like a very common statement for people in the middle of revolutionary and radical movements. However, it is the difference between someone expressing like their zeal or their passion in the most extreme ways possible versus people who understand the gravity of saying a thing like that and then having to see that all the way through. It is terrifying. I talked to you two about this, not on an episode, but like as an after episode conversation a couple of years ago. And what I will say to this is, whenever the time comes, if it finds us or whatever, then it does, and we have to make whatever decisions we have to make at that time. But I am also going to be the first, second, and third person to say, I'm not taking a light speed rail to that moment either. Like,
yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Like we're not, and this is why that's important, right? Because there are some people who will be like, I am willing to like die over things, and then we'll run straight into the arms of the Grim Reaper immediately behind that. And we cannot have you doing that.
Oh, absolutely
right?
not.
But if you're just like, hey, listen, I'm not a killer, but don't test me. I'd hate that.
I'm not afraid of these systems that are like holding me back and holding us back, and I'm like,
I forget what the Bible verse is, but look, I live by the sword and I die by that sword.
Right. Well, I mean, here's the thing.
I'm gonna fight. Well, I'm gonna fight until my last dying breath.
Okay, so hi, I'm your resident chaplain over here in this. Let's talk about the context around that verse for a second. Here's like Jesus is over here doing the things, and it's about like, hey, y'all, it's about that time. These people are about to collect me up. It's about to be a bad time out here for me. I'm gonna be all right, but it's gonna be rough. And Peter's just like, I am willing to like, I will fight this whole fuck ass army system, the police officer and their grandma. And Jesus is like, hey, listen, Peter. Real quick. I appreciate where you're coming from with this, but living that way means you're also going to die that way. That is not what I want for you. It is not helpful. I want you to know that that's the same man that eventually he had to say, get behind me, Satan, you're doing too damn much. So like, accurate though. Marcus Major Linux Summers as biblical Peter makes a lot of sense, especially because they also went by the nicknames of the Sons of Thunder, but that is a whole separate thing. Radical factions out here fighting people and setting things on fire. Like that's a fun thing to like have as a side study. But all of that to say, that was an admonishment also of being like, if you're committed to the cause, you're committed to the cause, but also let's not go headlong into doing reckless things, trying to prove how passionate you are about it. Like that time is coming.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. If you keep doing what you're supposed to do, it will find you right on time. Don't rush it.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, that's what I said. Like, look, stay ready. Stay ready. You got to get ready.
Agreed.
But again, it's me knowing too that, look, if it comes down to it, I'll know how far I'm willing to take it. I ain't gonna run into it. I ain't stupid.
No, but I mean, that's like the thing is, we know that me and Kevin, as like people that you talk to and that you're close to, might know that about you. But that's not how that statement, like when people read that statement, they're just like, oh, that we gonna have to like take that man to jail before he like he's just like, I got something for you in this trunk.
I mean, that's what shows up when they read my license plate now. I have to disclose it.
Yep.
The officer, yes, I am concealed carry holder, but my gun is not in my car.
Yep. I have it, just not on me. Okay.
But I just want to let you. So look, I'm just letting you know that I know that you know that I ain't fucking around today.
Yep.
And there are people who are fucking afraid of that.
Yeah.
Because like their comfort is too important.
Because I've always been of the mindset of, even in the benevolency and in charitable works, people have always been afraid of doing the charitable works because of the shenanigans thing. And I am not afraid to do the charitable works, because people will like say, well, my pastor used to say, God rest her soul, we have to meet people under the bridge where they are. And so people are afraid to do that level of charitable works. And I'm like, hey, I've been in them seedy motels giving out food. I've been in the parking lots. I've been outside tire shops, and I've been outside the tire shops and in parking lots under tents. I've been in public parks and feed the people where they are, and they have been very rowdy. And I've had people who believed in that man, in that man with the orange tinge, while black people are feeding them meals. So I have been in these positions, and people are afraid of even doing the benevolence of community such. So that's why I'm always like, we are on either side of the diaspora and the understanding, where I am in the community outreach, making sure people are fed and focused and taken care of, but then also knowing that I'm not afraid to do that. And if I'm going to be accosted, I'd rather be accosted trying to feed people.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, like, I know it's like it's a low chance, but it's a non-zero chance.
Yeah,
that somebody's gonna come through my door.
Yeah,
like non-zero chance that somebody's gonna come through my door. And it's like, I would rather be prepared for when that happens.
Yeah. As a man of the South too, that understands cancel doctrine, I definitely understand that.
Like
I truly understand that.
Like, yeah, I'm out here chasing ice, so. And
and like I said, I appreciate you, because you're doing the good work though. But I'm like, hey.
But again, it's that thing of like, look, shit can go south really quickly. We've already seen like 2 people this year.
Oh yeah.
Who were doing things that did not expect to lose their lives. One of them was a licensed concealed carry holder.
Yeah,
I mean,
and he had his thing on him.
Well, hold on for a moment. Or wait, hold on for a moment. Was that really unexpected? Because like, how often? Because that has happened a number of times, and some of them were like whole ass NRA members.
Yep.
I would imagine that Renee and Alex were not expecting to lose their lives that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they were. Now.
Oh no, I'm sure they probably are, but it's one of those. This is unexpected. Unexpected for them, maybe. Unexpected for me reading that, absolutely not.
Yeah, for us understanding the context, yes. But given what they like, again, it's for a lot of things you don't expect that what's going to happen is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, us reading it, hindsight is 2020. So, yes, they were dealing with reckless people who allegedly have not had enough training.
Well,
being overzealous and, doing the absolute fucking most because
they can and they don't get punished for it.
Yeah. But again, it's like, look, these people were observing the law. They broke no laws and were murdered. Like, nobody goes out and expects to get murdered.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's what I mean, and that's the part that I mean when I talk about this.
That's the thing, though.
When I say that this is
totally
unexpected,
and
when I say that these things are were expected versus unexpected, it's a little bit less about hindsight and a little bit more that, as we have rightly observed here, as people have observed in other places, other people who are not melanated people are starting to have to experience the same thing that we do. And it's kind of like, hi, first time, welcome.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate, actually. Here's a Kleenex. You're going to need water. You're going to need electrolytes. You're going to be doing a lot of crying. A lot of it. Headaches, talk to your grandmother, call your cousins. It's going to be a time, right? Whenever these things happen, they're just like, I don't know how this happened. We were obeying the law. We did what we said. We were just being legal observers and all this other stuff. And having to explain to them, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they don't care about none of that.
To quote Deacon Jackson, all I want to say is they don't really care about us. I mean, it's right.
I need an organ sound effect. I really need to make a soundboard for this show to just have over here.
All right.
To quote Apostle Jackson, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could be any clearer. Yes.
Well, let's go over some news that should hopefully lift our spirits.
Yes.
Switching over to gaming news now. Hey, global Linux usage has crossed over 7% globally.
That's actually really good, but that's also not really surprising.
No. But in gaming specifically, however, Steam is reporting that Linux is back over 4% in July. Windows at 93.67% and Mac OS at 2.32%.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's great.
In news of a company that will do what Nintendo don't, a PC cooling company is showing Sony and Nintendo how it's done as it pledges to pass U.S. tariff refunds on to customers.
As they should.
The first two articles were coming from GamingOnLinux. This one's coming from Eurogamer.net. Arctic, a well-known manufacturer of PC air and water coolers. I've never heard of Arctic before this.
I think I have.
Has made a commitment to use the tariff refunds it received from the U.S. government to lower the price of its products. This is notable because it's in stark contrast to the approach Nintendo has opted for, believing it has no obligation to pass these refunds on to consumers. And on that note, Nintendo has reported incredible profits. And physical games are still playing a big part. But of course, you know, those incredible profits are only being propped up by those tariff refunds that we have no rights to because we knew what we were getting into. Trying to see if I can. I don't know if they linked that article. I know we covered it last. Yeah, there we go. Nintendo says it doesn't owe customers tariff refunds and ask for lawsuits to be dismissed. According to Nintendo, consumers got what they bargained and paid for. So not only did you get hardware price increases, you had to pay way more than you should have for hardware because of the tariffs.
Yep.
And when they get the refunds back, guess who pockets that money?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So yeah, good on Nintendo for making all that money because of movies and physical media.
Yep. It's like, that's cool, but also well, we was having that conversation of like two things could be right at the same time, be like, yes.
Yep.
But also no. And also yes.
In more business news, EA is private now.
Which is fine because I don't have to use the EA app anymore.
EA is now officially owned by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund and private equity. But not just any private equity firm. Jared Kushner of Donald Trump fame.
Oh yeah.
The three partners in the deal are the public investment fund of Saudi Arabia, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners. Silver Lake is a tech-focused investment firm based in New York City and Menlo Park, California. It was founded in 1999 and as of December 31st, 2025, had $102 billion in assets under management, putting it in the top 25 private equity firms by AUM. Affinity Partners is an American investment firm founded in 2021 by Jared Kushner, who is Donald Trump's son-in-law. It had $5.4 billion in AUM as of 2025. The firm is overwhelmingly financed by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund and has been the subject of controversy and government inquiries due to Kushner's direct dealings with Middle Eastern governments as an envoy for the second Trump administration.
Yes.
So let's see. All of your tech is run out of California. All of your games will soon be run out of Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
And everything will be owned by the Trump administration or by the Trumps. But yes, vote your way out of that.
Like I say, we can always speak with we can always vote with our wallets.
Hope people find different things to do with your life.
Like play indie games.
Because who knows where that funding's going to come from.
Mm-hmm.
When Steam is owned by Saudi Arabia, your consoles will be owned by Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Palantir is the DRM.
But in the meantime, play indie games.
Oh, I mean, these are running on your indies. Because you can't put them on anything. itch.io gets shut down. Because they can't sell anything. Because the credit card companies won't process payments because of what they consider smut.
We do until we can't. Then we do something else.
Well, I think Major is saying all of that, you know, both humorously and cynically, but this is also everybody's friendly reminder.
Kind of cynically, but you know.
Yeah, that's like, this is everybody's friendly reminder because I have watched Major literally do that. We can just build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We can build things, right?
It's we can just yeah.
We can just build stuff. Now it sounds overly simplistic, right? But this is everybody's reminder. When Kevin says things like vote with your wallet,
yes,
right? Hi, there are a lot of things that people think are really cool and then go, but I don't have the money for that. But then are also sad that they don't have the things that they don't contribute to. So we need to think about that. If you have a Netflix account right now, maybe Aftermath should see some of the money you have. Maybe you could go and slide that over to nebula.tv, you know, like any of those things, right? These things exist. Hey, you know, maybe if you're being hosted by terrible people, you could talk to Major about that and get hosted by not terrible people. Who knows?
Yeah, if you're paying for that Twitter, if you're paying for that Twitter subscription, maybe put it towards a VPS.
Yeah,
just
there is something. It should say something to you, as you know, for a lot of us over here who would very easily identify as with what money. I just want to remind y'all that there are a lot of people who spend a lot of money trying to keep you spending the few dollars you have on like 5 things, and you could just go spend it on 5 different things. And it's one of those things where a lot of people, like millions of people, feel like their individual efforts don't mean anything. And that's why so very little happens until you have one person who inspires maybe 100 people to do something, and then all of a sudden you have a whole game company. I'm just saying, it is a thing that exists. We can just build stuff.
Yep. Like your favorite game came from Ubisoft devs, ex-Ubisoft devs.
I think Cap was gonna fuck me over.
I mean, it always does, but we fight it all the same. It's the equivalent of you keep doing till you can't, and then you do something else.
In good news for me, and I don't know about anybody else on this show,
I like it.
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is coming out next month.
Dude, I love this.
Look, I don't know. I can only speak for me.
Look, I'm like, dude, I sent you the direct, sir.
You send me a lot of things that you think I would be interested in. I don't know what you're interested in. I can only assume.
And I'm also interested in too. I just not played 2-3 houses in Engage because it runs like butt on the Switch 1.
You have a Switch 2 now. You have got no excuse.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I got a pre-order. That's why I got Fortune's Way pre-ordered.
I mean, look, while you wait, you could be playing the other ones.
I am playing the other ones. I have all of them, sir. Because of the retro project, I have all of them.
Anywho,
so yeah, I'm ready to play it.
I hope you have legal copies of those games.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I am sure that any copy of the game I have is legal because by what other means would I have acquired it? ...
Exactly.
But yes, the new Fire Emblem game is coming out next month. And I am excited because it looks good. And only through the power of the Switch 2 can we actually have good looking characters. Because what the fuck happened in Engage?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
seen that.
I want to talk about this one character in particular.
Mm-hmm.
The motherfucking gun nun.
None with the gun, yeah. I'm sorry, with the blicky.
The clergy with the blicky.
The clergy. Mm-hmm. If I up this pole.
Yes, always bring a gun to a sword fight.
Yeah.
Look, I've had some issues with social media this week. This time coming from Threads because it was a gaming related post. Mm-hmm. Made a throwaway line, which you could probably see on Discord. It was like, Nintendo, this is a fucking gun. To where Gamer TM was like, well, they clearly said it was a gun. Like, bro, it's a joke. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Well, it was a terrible one.
Mute.
But then that one was one thing, but then there was somebody else who came like drive by, and apparently I looked at his account and he does this everywhere. But just responds to everybody just calling them the R word.
Yep.
That one was like, no, I'm just not. No.
Yep. I got like kind of like a sassy comment about somebody not realizing that Dietrich looks like Alucard, and I'm like, how could you not?
Like the gamer threads is fucking weird.
Yeah.
It is just fucking weird. But it's meta, so
it's like, why would you assume this person does not look like Alucard? Like, hello?
I mean, I wouldn't know who that is, but also I just would not fucking care. Like my thing is, I just posted a thing. Hey, Nintendo, that's a fucking gun. Cool, whatever. Like in response to the title of the article where it says Nintendo just won't admit it. And I was like, Nintendo, it's a fucking gun. In response to the article title, not to Nintendo's statement, I could really care less.
But the trailer does say like a gauntlet that looks like a firearm, and it's like like they know what it is. They just never said it's a shooty bang bang. They just said it's
like yes, like we all heard it. Like
we all heard it. I watched it twice because I watched it in the morning, and then I watched it again live on my stream, and they said firearm.
Yeah, it's like nobody's disputing the fact that this is a gun. Nintendo is probably not disputing the fact that it's a gun.
They're not just making a tweet saying, guys, this is a gun.
Or I mean, I feel like it's just irrelevant. Like, do they even have to? Like, again, it's a thing of like, the joke is in the fact that no, they literally did not say the word gun.
Yeah.
It's not that serious.
It really isn't. Also to speak to Sin for a little bit. You know D&D, Sin. You know
I
the
do.
role. You know the role artificer, right?
I do.
Do you not think that the artificer would not make this?
Just because they could. You know, so I just hit level 3. I can.
Especially because they could. So I just wanted to have that small little conversation with Sid because
I mean, I'm like in the room, but feel like 5 miles away.
So basically, artificer basically does is they are like magical. They're basically magical engineers.
Yep, that is correct. That is exactly what they are.
So what they would do is they would make basically magical. They would make items that are basically weapons or devices that would use magic in order to make it. So what they would do is they would probably make this a magical gun with the spell symbol and nodes on it, and then use like the trigger as the way to complete the spell. The spell glyph, and then the barrel would be like the point, and the energy would be contracted and then pointed out of the barrel. So it'd be like so it would literally be like shooting magic.
Also, I just want to point out in this article, literally they quote what was in the video. The live stream did describe gauntlets as weapons that, quote, look like firearms.
Yeah.
So it's like, we know.
We know. They said that. And
like,
we were aware.
Like, come on. They said it like, yes, we know. It's a.
Ah, so funny.
The internet is full of reactionaries and I hate it. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's like.
Read a book.
You're hearing to react. You're not hearing to understand.
Read a book, like
that's too hard. That's too
an
hard.
article, a tweet. Well, no, don't read a tweet. Don't do that.
Oh, and also as a note, right, in D&D, you can also just get magical firearms. Like they can just straight up make. Yeah. They like. Not only do they invent them, but they can also make one. So being like, hi, like the thing that Sphinx said in chat, I cast Blicky is a real thing.
It's a real thing, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what we were like. Now let's have that conversation of like, would the artificer not make this? I believe they would.
Yeah. So September 17th, Fire Emblem comes out. That will be my next date to drop everything and play a game.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing that pretty good.
And probably the first time I've played my Switch 2 as a dedicated system, and God knows how long.
I mean, I got Splat Raiders, so I have been utilizing my Switch to its optimal efficiency.
Of course, that was from GameSpot. The EA article was from Polygon. This also from Polygon. Halo Studios suffers layoffs despite success of campaign evolved. Now, if I were to believe this random person on Threads, yet again, Gamers TM,
yep,
it was unsuccessful. It was a failure.
Yep.
So the layoffs were to be expected.
Yeah. Oh.
Excuse me. Halo Studios, a developer behind the recent Halo Campaign Evolved release, which we consider to be, this is Polygon, considered to be one of the best remakes of all time. Of all time! Is laying off members of the team. First reported on by Insider Gaming, several employees have taken to LinkedIn to communicate that their role has been impacted, including Nick Traitman, a producer on Campaign Evolved, and the product owner of Halo Infinite's social multiplayer pillar. Quote, after 6.5 years working on Halo and dodging just as many rounds of layoffs, it has finally caught up to me. I have nothing but love for Halo and the folks at the studio. This is just a tough reality in the gaming industry right now. Treatment wrote.
Yeah, it is.
Paul Morris, the scrum master at the studio who had been there for over 2 years, has also been let go. Quote, today I learned my time at Halo Studios will be coming to an end following the successful launch of our latest game, Halo Campaign Evolved. I know this is one of the most challenging job markets our industry has seen, and I know the road ahead won't be easy. End quote. Additionally, while he hasn't made a post announcing it, Caleb Lawrence, software engineer on Campaign Evolved, has made himself available for work on LinkedIn. Which necessarily doesn't mean, you will let go, but you be like, look, soon I should probably get off this sinking ship.
Oh yeah. Like, now would be a good time.
Keep in mind, this is probably, actually not even probably, it most definitely is part of the 3,200 employees that Xbox was planning to lay off. With the first 1,600 being axed immediately after the announcement back in July. But yeah, can't make games if you don't have developers. So we'll see how Xbox is going to get around that.
Yep.
In the content creation space, we have not had a content creation article in God knows how long. This is from 404 Media. YouTube bans popular ASMR artists, accusing them of making sexually gratifying content. YouTube banned a wave of ASMR artists this week for violating the platform's rules against sexually gratifying content, leaving creators confused and angry. Several creators received the same notice from YouTube about their channels being removed on Wednesday and Thursday. Quote, we have reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our sex and nudity policy. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube, end quote. Now, I am not a person who partakes in ASMR content because it does weird things to my brain chemistry. But okay, never mind. Sphinx kind of answered the question. Anything on the internet can be sexually gratifying to somebody.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, this is the thing I was going to say. That's kind of the point, right? It's always the thing of being like, hey, we're adjusting our policies around things of a quote unquote sexual nature, but then being very vague about what exactly fits in those terms. And so it has this cycle of, punishing a very wide margin of people, mostly queer people, who do the things. And then after that, they then decide to try to coalesce this into something a little bit more structured and specific, at which point they realize that everybody that they punish it no longer applies to. So like, that's a whole thing. And you see that in other places too. Like Instagram had like a couple of people whose whole account just evaporated for things that were previously not in any way noted as a warning about content, or about like content moderation things, only to be hit with like multiple strikes at the same time on a system that has like a 3-strike system, and then having their account permanently banned with no recourse. It is an unfortunately common thing in like spaces like this, and YouTube is just kind of like, oh, well, it's them too, rather than this being like some groundbreaking thing.
Yep.
Okay, well, we are, again, we try to be as factually accurate as possible. There is some recourse. Says here, YouTube's banned email to creators said, quote, "We know this is probably very upsetting news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If we think a channel severely violates our policies, we take it down to protect other users on the platform. But if you believe we've made the wrong call, you can appeal this decision. You'll find more information about the policy in question and how to submit an appeal below."
Now here's the
okay. Never mind.
Here's the thing.
I've read the following sentence. Somebody said, in quote, "Creators report that appealing didn't change the decision."
Correct. And like, here's the thing. It's not that there isn't, when I say that there isn't a recourse, I'm talking about this on other platforms and not YouTube, but notably the pattern for that usually ends up being, hey, if hey, I know that y'all might feel a way about the decision that we made. If you want to do something, please put in an appeal. But the problem with making an appeal is that you have to have like a basis to stand on. And a lot of these violations that they get flagged with don't have any concrete descriptors of what they did so that they can undo them or whatever. And you get that a lot in situations like this.
TikTok is notorious for that.
Like, that is a problem across platforms for people who create that kind of content in general, is being like, hey, we just decided to change our policy in a way that it has you violating things like 10 times. And so we have permanently taken down your channel. Well, what did I do? Well, which content was it? Oh, well,
you can read the community guidelines. Where though?
No, you can read the community guidelines, right? Okay,
but where?
You can read the guidelines, but
which did I break?
Correct. And they have no answer to that question. It'll be like, I read the community guidelines before I made the videos, and these were fine for like the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. But just this week, 20 of the things that I got hit for are things that I published in like 2024. So like, what are we doing? Right? And they have no descriptor to make a proper appeal with. And also, let's not forget our fun friend, Cortana Copilot, or whoever is in the background, is also processing some of these requests. Like, not all of these requests are processed by humans. So if people just see the things and go, well, this is what we set the bot to punish or whatever. Yeah. Those appeals can often go unheard without someone having to go through a lot of like extra things where they might know somebody on the inside who works there to try to find out what's going on and see if they could get things unpublished or see if they could get more precise information to work with. It's a mess.
Or they'll just be like, I see what they did. I don't feel like going against it. The appeal is denied. Like, just straight up and be like, "Yep, no, I seen it. I don't have the wherewithal to disagree with our system. I'm going to block it. The block on the field still stands." And I'm like, okay.
Sorry.
The Yangtze River was so polluted.
Oh, it's still up, Kev.
What?
It's still up.
Oh yeah, the story. Yeah, I seen it. I hit the like button. I hit the like button.
You did.
Yeah, I had a video that I posted 3 years ago, and I think it was just me making noodles. It was me making noodles, and it got mute. I guess it was music on it, and it got muted and delisted. And then but it was 3 years old, and it already made 400 views. But so I was like, I don't understand what the problem was, and then it was like, oh, it's the owner deleted the song, and then so you can't have the song anymore. And I'm like, okay. So I just said, it's fine. I deleted it because it's muted and unlisted.
Well, for me, so for those who don't know, the video that I was just playing, especially for those who are listening on audio and couldn't really see anything, also given the fact that the screen is very, very small for me. It's a video that Kev sent me about all the progress that China has made, but given a Western media context, they keep saying like, China did this amazing thing, but at what cost? I'm like, yeah, this is about right. So I took it because, again, I am trying to fight a lot of the xenophobia that I see online. So I took that and posted it as a story.
Yeah.
Within seconds, it was removed. And it was like, I didn't even post a video. What do you mean you deleted a video? Then I realized it was a story. I said, I just posted that. It's not even mine.
Yep. I've had that done 2 or 3 times.
So I requested a repeal or an appeal.
Yeah. As you should.
To which they then denied it.
As they usually do.
But of course, I'm petty as shit because, again, somebody also liked the video. So it's like the video itself was still up. So I'm like,
yep.
Something ain't right here. So I then went back to the video and reposted the story. And so far, still up.
Yeah. I think.
But at what cost?
But at what cost? Yeah. It's like they took they had the initial problem and they were like, this is bad, we take it down. But then you did it again and you're like, okay. Then they're like, well, problem solved because we took that video down. So
we got him. We got him, boss.
We got him. But they reposted another one, but we took the first one down. And
Good job.
That's all that matters.
We silenced him. Like, did you though?
But you really just moderately inconvenienced me for like 5 seconds.
And I've done a lot more for less.
Yeah.
This was like, well, fuck, I'll just post it again.
All right. It's fine. All right.
Content moderation.
Yeah.
In update news, NVIDIA has released stable drivers 5959107 and new feature driver 6105704. For Linux, I imagine this is also available for Windows. I tried to verify, but it did not take me to where I wanted to go, and I did not feel like fighting it too much. I mean, I guess I could just open my NVIDIA app and see if I have an update. Pay no attention to the shit that's in my start menu.
I've looked. There is none. I haven't seen any yet.
All right, so maybe not. So hey, if you got Linux, there's driver updates for you. I'm trying to make sure. Let's see. Yeah, 610.
If you're among that crisp 7%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm on 610.88, so I think I'm already ahead of the curve.
Same.
I
think that's. Yeah, but that's like for Linux, so yeah.
I mean, yes, the changes that are here are Linux specific, but I mean, they could also have just added things to work for other things, you know.
That gives me hope that NVIDIA is still doing Linux support.
Well, yes, because most of those AI machines are probably running Linux.
Yeah, you're right.
In other update news, Apple. This comes from Mac Rumors, and the NVIDIA news was coming from GamingOnLinux. Yes, Mac Rumors has reported that Mac OS Tahoe 26.6.1 is available right now, has some security fixes. This is okay. Yeah, I do remember reading this. This is fixing a hole that would allow an attacker to authenticate to a screen sharing session without valid credentials. Updates are also going out to macOS Sonoma 14.8.9 and macOS Sequoia 15.7.9 as well. So go update yo shit. I've got to go update my Mac Studio. And then, yeah, hopefully the private relay stuff will get fixed soon. I wonder if this is fixed in Mac OS 27 because my MacBook Pro is running OS 27 Golden Gate. In deals, free stuff, and I forgot what else I called this. Oh, sales. Coming from GamingOnLinux. There are plenty of games being sold to support the Game Industry Hardship Fund over on itch.io, or IO, excuse me, not AO, IO, with over 100 games in the bundle. So this is going to help out the United Video Game, CWA-UVW, or the United Video Game Workers Union. The bundle is being sold for $10 and has raised so far $167,365.66. With games like Arranger, Future Grind, Skatebird, Cool Kid Cody, Dead Finger Dice, Little Medusa, Psychroma, A Simple Twist of Fate, Hyper Gunsport, Dead Space or Deep Space Exploitation.
Oh, I see that. I see that Cook Serve Delicious one.
The Death of the Video Star. Pictassembler. Possum Boy. Cold Calling. You Can Save Everyone. Molar Mayhem. In the Absence of Pain. Popcorn Rocket. And Growth, amongst many, many others.
Always that I see when it comes to this like itch.io bundles is always like those indie games that I know and love, and then it's like, oh, these are the deep cut.
Like Apple's Busy Day.
These are the deep cuts. These are this is the game. This is like the game jam.
Multiplayer.
Like, these are the game jams, and I'm like, ooh, these are the. It's like what they like to say, like the unreleased tracks. This is the acoustic album.
Like 29 nature-themed realistic oil painting backgrounds that are game ready at 16:9 and 9:16. 52 poker rat cards, custom deck asset pack. And Joe Terror. You can get them all for $10. And the offer ends in little over a week.
$10.
We're at 83% of their goal with 11,979 contributors with the average contribution of $13.97, with the top contribution at $5,000. There are 127 games For MSRP of $1,018, you are saving 99%. 109 creators represented, and they're DRM free. And last but not least, from Polygon, beloved roguelike Moonlighter is free on Steam for a limited time. Moonlighter, the acclaimed 2018 indie that mixes roguelike dungeon crawling with shopkeeping, is free to claim on Steam through August 9th. You have 3 more days to grab it. This, of course, is in celebration of Moonlighter 2 getting getting a release day announced earlier this week.
1.0.
Oh, sorry. Yes, 1.0.
It's been in early access. So, and I played a little bit. I'm playing a little bit of Moonlighter 2. And I gotta tell you, it's really fun. And I played a considerable amount of time. And by a considerable amount of time, about 13 hours. So yeah, I really do like the first Moonlighter. I highly recommend it.
Apparently Steam is making Metal Gear Solid free this weekend. But yes, you have until October 9th to claim this title. And yes. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, will be reaching 1.0 on September 2nd.
Indeed. Highly recommend. Again, I highly recommend because I am a big, like I said, this is like Moonlighter has been my Hades. So it's my Hades to my Dead Cells because, you know, the roguelike actiony nature of it mixed in with the wonderfulness of commerce. So it's real fun. So yeah, takes place. I think the second game takes place after the events of the first game that happened. You're in a new place and you're trying to find your way back. But then you got to do what you love, baby. You got to do what you love when it's commerce. So,
and that's probably the part I'm not going to like. Oh, it's a baby peacock.
No, actually,
it's a bee chick.
The commerce part is actually good. What I love about the second one is that you use the bag, the bag on his back, you use that as a weapon. So that is also like a AoE effect where it's like, you hit it with the attack and then also wind it up and then go, ow. Just imagine like just bobbing an enemy with a Jansport and you're pretty much halfway.
Well, all right, gentlemen, that's all I've got. What y'all got? What have y'all gotten up to? What are you getting into?
As always, Sid, would you like to go first?
I can. So we will be celebrating birthdays this weekend. My roommate has a birthday. My nephew also has a birthday. So I will be on tour giving everybody head pats and hugs and being like, hi, happy birthday.
Dope.
Good deal.
Other than that, we're gonna be just like going through possessions and belongings and sorting some stuff out, maybe doing a little bit of reading and some grocery shopping. But yeah, that's about it. Just like a couple of like a bit of social time, a bit of solo time, and then that's about it until next week.
Kill.
Yep.
What you got?
Well, like I say, I am happy to report that Munchkin is now is in the 4th grade. Hallelujah. I have to give all praise to her mom because her mom is chief parent and I am just the fun dad who says, hey, would you like $1? So I'm happy to report about that. Also, I have been dealing with you know, computer issues, including a very funny now but very scary moment at the time when I turned my computer on and there was this loud grinding noise that happened.
That ain't great.
Come to find out that loud grinding noise was literally one of those chunky ass power cables somehow finding its way into the fan and making noise, to which I had to move everything away from my computer, snatch the tempered glass panel carefully, and move it in front of the bracket, and so that way it won't get tangled again. So yeah, that was what I would say a very tense morning. And when I alluded to this morning of like, hey guys, I had to go into PowerShell with run administrator and like copy and paste a command in there, and I'm like, man, that's the kind of morning I've been having. I had to go into PowerShell in admin mode to fix my antivirus, because my antivirus is like, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna not show anything. We're just not gonna show anything. Not even everything. And they were like, oh, this, and I went to go, and again, YouTube University solves all the problems. It's like, yeah, this is a problem. Yeah. Defender will just not show you anything. So just put this in PowerShell, run an administrator, put this command in, and it will sort it out. And it did. It sorted it out. It was one of those things where I'm like, it's like I don't like the copy and paste commands, but sometimes you got to copy and paste command. You know, like, oh, we're all saying, oh, three of us are saying this at the same time. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do it. So yeah, I don't like AI summaries. I still think they get it wrong, but sometimes they get it right. And I'm like, hey, who knew? I don't like it, but it helps. But when you're in the weeds, you're like, man, keeps me from having to look at 3 or 4 different. But I still check those articles. I still read, but they do help a little bit. The retro stuff has been quite excellent. I have been winding down. I have been like doing the testing, so I will be doing a full on retro stream of something maybe next week. What else? I won't bring up the rant that I alluded to these gentlemen earlier about the Square Enix stuff, because the Square Enix stuff was more like, this does not affect me, but it just angers me. It doesn't affect me personally, but it angers me. And so it was one of those, like, I mean, I don't have to worry about it because I buy everything on PC anyway, and I play it on the Steam Deck. But it's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't want to support it. I'm doing what I tell everybody to do: vote with my wallet and not support bad business practices. What else? I have low-key started an initiative called boycott with our backlogs, where for the month of November I will refrain from buying any game in November, and play the games in which I already own, and the games that I have been sitting in my backlog for the past like couple months to a year, and actually play and enjoy those games that I love so much, that I claim to love so much. So yeah, that is an initiative that I am doing, and because there is something coming out. Is there something coming out in November? Nah, it's coming out in November. So I figured, since there's nothing coming out in November, I figure I'll just take that time and play games that I own and that I like, and yeah. So I'll be doing that. What else? Anything? I always say I have something else to say, and then I forget, and then I'm like, then I lay down, I'm like, I should have said that. I've been fundraising for the new drive. Because yeah, I need a new drive, and it's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? Time to get off my ass and actually get the thing that I was supposed to get last year, but didn't because the Rampocalypse happened. And I'm like, you know, SSD prices have come down to a less ridiculous ass degree, and so now I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and splurge and get it because I kind of need it now. So,
Yeah, platter drives are still too damn much.
Yeah, platter drives is good. I'm literally about to slap purity seals on the remaining two platter drives because they're actually holding on pretty good. Actually, they're fine. Knock on wood. So yeah, they're actually good, but it's just Chunky Games has decided to do, and I'm gonna take Merge's advice and take it out and use it as a scratch drive. So that way it doesn't have, so at least it could just hold some unimportant data or use it as like a second spillover. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, guess it's my turn. And for me, I've got a little bit of a demonstration. Direct your eyes here. I have a video.
Oh, a video.
It's a nice little selfie video. Until I do this. One, I just want people to see my new deck. We
I like that deck.
finally completed, or finally had the contractor finish work on the deck this week. It's a nice screened in porch area, new railings on the deck, and stained. So that's pretty cool. Really excited about that. But this video, this demonstration made possible by the GoPro Max 360 camera.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool.
There we go. Yes. GoPro Max. This is the first iteration. There's a Max 2 that's out now. Surprisingly, this was $166 at Best Buy. And I've always wanted a 360 camera, so also it was like less than $200. I was like, yes, please.
That's too cheap for me. That's too accessible for me. I need to be scared away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a level of like, hold on now.
Yeah.
I can make that work. And I'm just like,
so I saw it because also another thing that we got this week was a new refrigerator. So no more ice problems. Kev. Ice machine's working, but guess what?
What?
2 ice machines.
Oh.
2. There's one in the door. And then so we got the French door one with the freezer and the drawer in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
There's another one in there, and it makes sphere ice. So if I ever decided to take up whiskey,
you got to.
I got the sphere ice to put in the glass now.
You got to.
It's a big old boy. It's a big old chunky boy. Like when they drop it, I can hear like bloop. Like it's so heavy that they give you a rubber mat to put in the tray so it doesn't make too loud of a noise.
what we need to do is we need to get like made. We know what to do to get major for Christmas now. Highball glasses. And like,
Drink some Dr. Pepper out of it.
Listen, some E&J and some Dr. Pepper. Listen.
But yeah, so
and you got the porch. Listen, and you got listen. You gonna be on your back porch. Can't tell you nothing with the E&J and Dr. Pepper on the highball glass.
And with my new camera, well, I'm gonna be recording some TikToks now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But of course, with of course, when I get new tech, I've always got to think of new things to do with it. Well, for one, because it doesn't make sense to shoot 360 video and holding the camera, because then you'll see your hand. I got a selfie stick. It's extendable, so I can put it up in the air. Also turns into a tripod.
Oh, well, I go there.
But this is actually from Insta360, so not really like it's not going to do. It doesn't have any controls for the camera itself, but it's fine. This does have voice control, so I can shout at it, but also it pairs with my phone, and I can just do everything I want from my phone.
Oh, I like that.
Also, the refrigerator's internet enabled. Technically, it connects to an app, and I can manipulate some things. I got to go back and do some security stuff.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But like I said, I was looking into doing other things with the GoPro. So I've got this little clip that goes in my backpack. That way I can kind of mount it to my shoulder.
Yeah.
And it doubles where I can keep it on the selfie stick and kind of have a place to store it. And when I need to grab the selfie stick, boom.
Oh.
And then put it right back, and then just have it shoulder mounted.
Because I seen they do have the straps vests.
Yeah, I didn't want that too much. I wanted something that would go on my backpack or a seatbelt, because of course I'm thinking of law enforcement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So there's that. Really excited about that. Like I said, there are actually two versions of that deck video. There's one on YouTube where I use you can do keyframing to kind of point where the camera needs to be and kind of have the virtual camera go where you want it to look at. But that was before I found out that that the app does people tracking or subject tracking. So I was able to kind of follow both my wife and my son as they were walking around the deck. But then there's also another feature that I found out where I can take the 360 video and then move in my own 3D space and follow the action as if I was recording it from my phone. So the video that's on TikTok right now of this same scene is actually from the point of view of my cell phone. So expect more videos coming out with the this is the GoPro Max 360 camera. The other thing I bought is this big bad boy right here. This is the DJI RS3 Mini. Not sure if people are familiar with the Ronin gimbals that are made for DSLRs. This is a miniature version of the Ronin that allows me to do Steadicam footage with an actual camera and not just my cell phone. I've not been able to test this one out yet, but again, hoping to get out and take some footage and see what that looks like with my Canon EOS M50. Let's see, outside of some potential content that's coming out with my new my new doodads. So on call this week, luckily no calls have happened today, so I'm happy about that. So my son finally got his desk delivered yesterday. We've got try to put that together tomorrow. So we can finally move his PC out of the kitchen. And I think that's it. There is a game I think I want to cover. I need to see if I can find some time for that. Tax Force. I wanted to check that out. Restory also just came out today. I might shoot some content for that, even though I already have the demo video out. It wouldn't hurt to have some more. Also, there's a game called Sandistry I want to check out. I did not hear about that until I was going through the GeForce Now email. Say, hey, these games will be available on GeForce Now. I was like, Sandistry? That sounds like something I would like. I went to check it out. I was like, oh, it is definitely something I would like. So I have that downloaded to check out as well. But yeah, I think that's it. There's nothing else on my desk here that I think I need to cover. Yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, so thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for August 6th, 2026. Of course, if you're watching the stream live, you'd like to catch the archive, you can go to majors.house/TTT or majors.house/TTTvid for audio or video versions of this podcast. Or you can go to techtalkthursdays.net. Go to the website directly. But of course, if you're listening to the archives, you'd like to listen and join us live, twitch.tv/MajorLinux, Thursdays, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. That's where you can find us. Majors.house/Discord if you would like to join us in talking about the news and other things, keeping yourself class conscious as we talk about tech and gaming. We can celebrate the tech, we can celebrate the gaming, but we have to remember it's capitalism out there, baby. We got to be smart. It don't mean, look, just because it sucks at it don't mean they have to take away our joy. I think that's it. I think I covered everything that I can think of. Social medias, in places, we all over the place. You can find us in places. I'd say just hit the Discord. Just hit us up on there, mainly. But yeah, on behalf of Sin, on behalf of Kev, on behalf of the GOAT, Idios and Partner, Idios and Anka. I've been your host, Marcus Major Linux Summers, twitch.tv/Major Linux. And of course, all I've got left to say to you people is no one's going to save you. Or no one's going to save us but ourselves. We can't vote our way out. And on that note, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And as always, whether you believe me or not, I love you. I really, really do. In peace.
Wakanda forever.
I was wondering if you will remember that you were muted.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Have we stepped out of scene yet?
No.
Real quick, as of the end of this episode, because I would be remiss if I forgot. Happy commemoration of the Montgomery Brawl this week.
Oh yeah.
The fade in the
fade
in the water. Yeah.
Cinco de Gusto. Yeah.
So yeah.
Also,
never forget.
Seeing as that we're doing commemorations and stuff like that, happy Black August.
Yeah, Black August.
Indeed.
Like I say, thoughts and prayers.
Lift every chair and swing, as it were. But
wow.
Also,
that was a hymn. That was a hymn. Lift every chair and swing.
Amen. Now,
to earth and heaven ring.
For those of you who do not know what Black August is, it is a month-long observance for specifically Black political prisoners. For example, like Assata Shakur, right? People who have been arrested and or are like ducking, diving, and dodging the state because they done said something that made the state uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Shout out, rest in peace, rest in power, George Jackson, Assata Shakur.
Yeah.
There's one I'm thinking of, I can't remember his name to save my life, but I'll try to remember for next time. Till then, peace out.
Still Wakanda forever.